Good morning. Top of the morning to y'all. How do y'all wallet feel after Valentine's Day? Look, check this out. I seen this post, right? And the post said, is a oil change and a set of tires a good Valentine's Day gift? Some women say it yes. Some women say it no. And once you read them comments, you'll understand which type of women you can deal with or which type of woman you can't. I said, I don't know about y'all, but an oil change for me and a set of tires for my truck. See, I'm an average guy and I deal in reality. For my truck, for an oil change and a set of tires, I run needles on my truck. A set of tires for my truck gonna be every bit of $1,100 to $1,200. My oil change gonna be $150. So we talking about $1,400. See, and look, this is another thing I noticed. Y'all will be dating these women that's making $30,000, $50,000, or $80,000 or $100,000 a year, right? But in order to date them, you got to make triple what they make. You dating a woman making $30,000, you got to go make $90,000. If you dating a woman making $50,000, you got to make $150,000. Don't be dating a woman that's making $100,000. Look, if the shoe don't fit, just keep scrolling. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about the ones that are difficult. And see, these are the type of women, if I ever have a son, I'm gonna tell him to steer clear from. These are the type of women I'm gonna raise my daughters not to be. If you really shooting in the gym with that man, you gonna know how much that man making, and you gonna know how much money he got saved. Again, like I just said, an oil change for me and a new set of tires for me is $1,300, $1,400. Then a woman also says, don't get me no appliances neither. Do you know how much a refrigerator costs? A refrigerator gonna cost you every bit of $2,000. Same thing with a stove. If you know the family need a new fridge, if you know the family need a new set of tires on the vehicle, some women will watch that man spend $3,000 on a refrigerator, $1,000 on a set of tires. How much money you want him to spend on a gift? Don't tell me cards and flowers, because you just said an oil change and tires not enough. What you want, jewelry? You want to go out of town? You want a nice gift? These are the kind of women you cannot deal with. You cannot deal with a woman like that. She will suck you dry. Again, you got to deal in reality. See, I'm average. I'm average. I ain't out here making $200,000, $300,000, $400,000, $500,000 a year. I know how much money I'm making. I'm average. Live an average lifestyle, drive 10-year-old vehicles. It won't make no kind of sense for my woman to come tell me I want a G-Wagon. I can't afford a G-Wagon. Why are we even bringing this up if I can't afford a G-Wagon? There's no sense in having this doggone conversation. Now, I'm not talking to the guy that's out here making $500,000 a year and he go buy his wife a set of tires. I'm not talking about them. And listen, the reason I'm not talking about those guys could afford to do a $5,000 trip. That's nothing to them. These are average women making these comments to average men. Again, these are average women who's making under $100,000. You talking to average men that's making $50,000 to $80,000 a year. That man is fighting to survive. He's fighting to keep the lights on. Look, if you married to this man, you see, man, this man fighting to keep the lights on, keep a roof over our head, food on the table. He's a good father to the kids. Well, see, that's why I work. I split 50-50. Well, if you working, you will see. Hey, all we got is X amount of dollars saved. Honey, look, let's just go get something to eat for Valentine's Day, have a nice little simple date and be done with it. See, a real woman, if she married to this man and they splitting everything 50-50, he walk in the house with $5,000 diamonds, she gonna say, honey, why don't we spend this $5,000 somewhere else instead on diamonds? See, you're ungrateful. I'm not ungrateful. I appreciate the gesture, but we can use this money elsewhere. Now, let's separate that. Let's say that guy's dating that woman. I'm about to deal in reality. You got women down here making $50,000, $60,000 a year. They got a man working out there in the shipyard making about $70,000, $80,000 a year. She want him to go spend $5,000 to $7,000 on the Valentine's Day gift. If he walk in his girlfriend door with $5,000 diamond earrings, oh, honey, thank you, oh, blah, 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 blah. Now let's flip it. You take that woman making $60,000 and that man making $80,000 at Ingles, they are married. He walk in the door with $5,000 earrings and they got kids running around. They got bills, a mortgage. She be like, honey, we could have took this $5,000 and went on a nice cruise, a nice vacation, or we could have took this $5,000, put it on a mortgage, or we could have got you a 80-inch flat screen, and you could have got me that stove I always wanted. Those are the kind of women you deal with. Not a woman that's sitting here making 50, 70,000 a year. You making 50, 70,000 a year. Don't bring me no ties and no oil change. Listen. If you want to buy me a fresh set of needles and an oil change, please be my guest. That's $1,300 I ain't got to spend.